What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Ready to Love Season 10, Episode 12, the finale. I'm going to say this. Oh, before I start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Y'all make sure you like the video so I can stay in the algorithm. All right? All right. I already gave my rant in the mid-season. Don't do this space out no more. This wasn't needed. It wasn't necessary. Okay? And and seeing about what everything that happened tonight and how everything went down, don't. Just don't. If y'all ain't have nothing, that's all y'all had to say. If y'all needed more time, that's all y'all had to say. Because this was some bullshit. Okay? I know it took me some time. Y'all, that song is... I'm sorry. Anyway, y'all. So the finale starts with everybody meeting up for this final brunch. Cam hasn't made his connection. And I'm looking at Cam like, sir, really? Like... And so I'm just looking at Cam like, okay, Cam, whatever. Tay and Cisco wants to do the Lady and the Tramp. I was going to say something very inappropriate, but I'm going to keep my comments to myself, and I'm not going to be ugly. My mama told me, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And my mama ain't never tell me no shit like that. My mama told me to say how I feel, okay? That I need to curse people out, all right? Sorry. Anyway, so the final assignment was for the ladies to introduce the men to their family. So we doing a switcheroo. I didn't think they did that on a final episode. I thought they did it on like the men and then the women, and then we have the final episode. But I could be tripping, cause it's anyway. Tommy takes this moment to talk with Cisco and Tay and tell them that my wife carried a load. Like, she did everything for me. I didn't have nothing. And now my wife don't have to work at all. And Cisco decides to get emotional. And Cisco wants to have a true ride or die to have his back like Tommy did. And I'm just so tired of talking to Tay. But girl, don't listen to Tommy. And that's all I got. All right? I just don't have the bandwidth to go in. I don't. I don't. But I will say this. In about Francisco. I do think Francisco is a nice guy. I think that that we all have our SHI. But I do think that there are parts of Cisco that is loving and that is charming, and I'm not attracted to a Cisco, but what I see from him, and yeah, like, he is a nice older gentleman. It's just he have things that he needs to take care of. Anyway, Angie and Hussein said he was messed up about Rose going home. It's because y'all set that lady up. Y'all ain't gonna get me to think nothing different. So now Hussein wants to take this time to self-eliminate. He tells Angie, listen, I wouldn't play with you like that. Angie was like, yeah, don't play with me like that. Okay, listen. When I tell y'all I love the Philly slang and the Baltimore slang, okay? Listen, I know everybody love a little NOLA and a little New Orleans slang. Everybody like a little baby ever hit. Oh, listen, y'all. Sometimes I can't just say it off cue, but everybody want to hear, "Hey, baby," you know, like I can't even do it when I'm trying to do it. So anyway, everybody wants to hear just that New Orleans talk, but honestly, y'all, it's something about that Philly talk and the Baltimore talk that is just like, oh, that's so cute, you know. Sorry, I just had to say that, y'all. I just had to say that. So Angie thanks Hussein for being honest and vulnerable and just being a real one. Well, was he though? Was he though? Anyway, I just feel like you went through all of this. You knew Rose was your top connection, and instead of you just kind of working through the situation, you just I feel like what they did was strategic, and he feels guilty about it. Like, I don't know. So Tay and her aunt Goldie and her cousin meet with Cisco. And she asked if he have a type. And I was like, girl, with money. Sorry. Her cousin asked, just asking a whole ton of questions. And I wasn't mad at it. And he was like, whoa, he didn't want to hear what she had to say because she was up in his ass. And I think that's the one thing I don't like about Cisco. Like, sir, why are you can't answer these questions? Is it too hot in the kitchen for you? So now you want to small talk and sway the auntie over here because she older, and they like a little soft talk and this and that. So you started talking soft and you started telling her all the right things so you can look like the good guy. And I did say just a moment ago that I do think that Cisco has some good qualities about him, but I felt like in this moment you could not handle that cousin. Like, and I'm not saying it's a handle in a way. I'm just saying you couldn't. That cousin had you. You don't like all of that. You just want people to do without asking questions, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I'm sorry. So, apparently the biggest barrier is his career choice. He said he have a job. Shout out to him because I told y'all. I want to say shout out to Shayna because Shayna talked about it on her channel about him doing. I saw him in a Rise commercial, and yeah, we all saw the same thing. He was in that Rise commercial. So listen, I don't know what he do for a living, but apparently he got a job. So he said that what's important is getting his lady, having his career, and his kids. And I'm just like, Cisco, that shit is ass backwards. You need to get your career first. You need to get your money up before wanting to entertain some other woman. Like, yeah, no. And then kids. I get that's last. So, he feels like he left an impression with the aunt. And the aunt pretty much liked him. The cousin was like, because the lifestyles ain't matching. Okay? One lifestyle is here and the other one is here. Now y'all choose which one you will serve. Which lifestyle is more accommodating than the other one? Whose is here and who is here? I'm not making that decision. I'm saying, as the subscribers, y'all drop it down in the comments. I'm just saying what the cousin has said. The scales ain't tipping. The scale is decreasing. One of the scales is decreasing, and the other scale, So yeah, of course we'll say that the aunt likes him. Just that cousin got questions, and I don't blame her. So Angie, her family meets with Cam. She tells them about Hussein self-eliminating. Angie family seems pretty cool. Their brother and sister-in-law was asking Cam a bunch of questions. I feel like Cam don't really see it for Angie. When she reached over to kiss him, it was just like nothing. And he said that it didn't ease his mind when it came to her family, like telling him, well, basically Angie is a wild card. Her brother tells her, you're scaring the people away. You're scaring away love, and you might be too spicy for Cam. But this is my whole thing. You think that this is too much, but you got Sahara, which I always think Sahara is misunderstood. And she's been through a lot. And you can tell. Sahara wears that on her sleeve. And she doesn't know how to turn it off. But he feels like he have to match Sahara energy by being, what's the word I want to use? It's the one word I would like to use. It is not aggressive. He's not aggressive with Sahara. He wants to kind of insert his dominance over Sahara a little bit. I'm just saying, he just want to come off as that guy, I guess. So we meet Kiara and her cousins, right? So Kiara tell him about the getaway. She thought, I thought she was over it. Jay walked in, answering all the right questions. Of course, the ladies like him. They ask him about the getaway. Jay takes this moment to take accountability for his actions, and I wasn't mad at that. And everybody believing is my man, my man, my man. I need y'all to not, but whatever. So Sahara and her sister are just alike, except one is way more. It's like she said, she's like me, but like 3.0. So Cam still talking about how Angie. Cam was talking about Angie. It was scaring him, and you have to deal with Sahara and her sister. Anyway, Cam keeps saying Sahara will ride or die for him, and it's like, is that the only reason you're choosing her? Because you feel, and it almost feel like, and as I've been saying throughout this entirety, I feel like he had been stringing his lady along till his connections didn't work out, or he found a leak in the other connections, and I feel like he treats Sahara like an old faithful. When all of this run out, he go run over there to Old Faithful because he knows she gonna be there. So Cameron and Sahara have another disagreement, and he seemed like he have to talk at her, and I kind of don't like that. And she do the same thing to him. I just don't like that. I don't like it. It's like Cam act like he try to be above the drama, but you're picking women sort of kind of like you. So Sahara basically want him to drop Angie and pick her. Like, what is taking you so long, to pick? And so they still disagreeing on that. He get up and he leave. So we get to decision time. Jay has made it to the bridge. And Kiara is his only decision. Okay? And so he called her babe, and I was like, I know y'all was hunching. I knew y'all was somewhere hunching. So Cisco and Tay, her dress was cute. She still have concerns. Cisco is still sweating all over these people newly rented 3-piece rental suit. Okay, you should have brought a towel. All right. Cam and Sahara. Cam tell her that last night scared him. Everything scares him, of course. She tells him, you're still torn because you didn't select. Basically, he didn't select her, and then they start to argue. So we get back to Kiara and Jay. Jay and Kiara are a thing. She got her man. Sahara feels like he should have chose her early on in the process, but she chose herself, and she feel like he dragged her. And I was like, girl, I had said that, but I didn't want to be wrong, sis. I didn't want to be wrong, but I was not wrong. So Tay and Cisco, they choose each other, child. Cisco was like, I choose you now. I'm going to choose you for a lifetime. I'm going to choose you on the moon. I'm going to choose you green eggs and ham and Sam. And I'm going to choose you north, south, east, and west, and all up on Jupiter. Okay. This season was very long and annoying. But Tay said, girl, she got her man. Okay, she got her man. Okay. Shantae got a man at home, I guess. So we get a little clip of the reunion. That shit is probably that's gonna be messy AF. Rose look like she's coming with the shits. Okay, and I'm here for it. Look like the one with the locks. The what is he? The poly Polly Pocket, the Polly dude, right? Franco. I don't know his damn name, but he picked somebody. He got a whole little piece of puss, like that we gonna find next week. But baby Rose Darlene, she came with the shit. Okay, that is all I got. That is all I had to stretch out. I am so glad Juan Dixon isn't here, and this season is over with. All right, listen. I will bring out one more video today, and it's going to be Beauty in Black episode 2, season 2, which is why I'm late in bringing these reviews, because I couldn't stop watching Beauty in Black. I'm trying. But, all right, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.